Hey guys, it's Mark, and I have a message to the NT spouses out there who are frustrated with their autistic spouse and don't really understand what's going on to the degree that they need to. We'll use the example of the NT wife and the ASD level 1 husband. Think of autism spectrum disorder level 1 as a problem with imagination. It's really just about that simple, a problem with imagination. If I have ASD level 1, it's going to be hard for me to imagine what might be in the mind of my NT wife or others in general. It's going to be hard for me to imagine why they behave a particular way or why they are motivated to say and do certain things. It's going to be hard for me to imagine what they're feeling and why they're feeling that way. Another way of putting this would be use the term, instead of imagination, use the term prediction. This is just another way of saying the same thing. If I have ASD level 1, I'm going to have a hard time predicting what other people might be thinking. I'm going to have a hard time predicting what other people might be feeling and why. I'm going to have a hard time predicting outcomes, predicting how somebody might behave in a particular situation. Okay, so we've used imagination and prediction. We can also reword the whole thing a third way and just use empathy. Same thing, just different way of saying the same thing. If I have ASD level 1, I'm going to have a hard time peeling myself out of my skin and putting myself in someone else's skin and looking out their eyeballs and thinking like they think and feeling like they feel and understanding their motivation. That's just the same way. That's just another way of saying empathy. Empathy is I can imagine what it's like to be this other person. So, long way around the bush to get to the point, and that is ASD level 1. The individual is going to have a hard time with imagining, prediction, and empathy. Now, that causes a problem in the neurodiverse marriage because in this case, the NT wife will view this problem with prediction and imagination and empathy as purposeful. Like, okay, this is, you intend to do these things. You intend to omit understanding. You intend to omit displays of empathy. No, it's not like he has empathy and imagination and prediction skills but holds them back. He doesn't have them to begin with. It's called mind blindness and it's called alexithymia, which is emotions blindness. The same thing. So this really causes a problem with the NT wife because she assumes that he should be able to understand these things. He should be able to provide empathy. He should be able to predict. He should be able to understand at some level why I have particular opinions on things and why I have certain motivations and why I feel a certain way and all of this. So she's frustrated because she thinks that he really has this ability, but he's just not willing to exercise it. Sorry. I'm not saying he doesn't have any social skills and doesn't have any emotions, of course, and he certainly has high IQ. But if you expect him to be able to do better, if he would just try harder in the imagination department or the prediction department or the empathy department, you are going to be sorely disappointed. So what do you do in that case? You're going to have to be very cautious about your message delivery, because as you're trying to convey your message and you're just assuming that he can read between the lines and can read your mind and read your heart, and you don't break it down in a very concrete, specific, detailed manner in the same way that you would a child somewhere between the ages of 8 and 14, then he's not going to get your message. What are you calling him, immature? Emotionally, yeah, he's somewhere between an 8-year-old and a 14-year-old. He has the emotional intelligence and social intelligence of adolescent. Doesn't make him dumb. He's probably smarter than me. High IQ, high logical intelligence. But with respect to emotional intelligence, which involves the ability to imagine, predict, and empathize, he's low.